On today's Muskie Daily, a muskingum student gets elected to the Tri-Valley School Board.
The men's basketball team gets ready for the upcoming action in this upcoming season.
And first-year students get to try their acting chops in a play.
Hello and welcome to the Muskie Daily. I'm Rachel Schlarb.
And I'm Mary Beth Holtel. Muskingum sophomore Jason Schaumleffel was elected as a Tri-Valley School Board member on Tuesday, November 3rd. He's the youngest member to be elected on the board at the age of 20 years old. Schaumleffel was excited when he discovered he had won, having been congratulated 30 seconds before he officially knew the outcome of the election. Right now, he is currently taking 22 credit hours and believes the time management skills he learned his first semester will come in handy for the rest of the school year as he takes on his job on the school board. His goal is to attend student senate meetings and see what young adults and kids are involved with. He hopes to bring an interesting perspective to the board and also wishes to adopt a recent high school graduate's perspective into the Tri-Valley School District by pressing for relaxed dress codes.
I'm excited because, first of all, the Tri-Valley local community decided to allow me to be one of the 3 board members this election, and I go represent not just the teachers of the community, but also the students at Tri-Valley schools.
The men's basketball team is preparing to start their 2015-2016 season. The team is now under new head coach Travis Schwab. The Muskies returned 3 of the 5 starting players, including center Cody Seiler and power forward Joshua Keys. Their first game is this Saturday at the Recreation Center. They will be facing the Yellow Jackets of Waynesburg at 7:30.
Muskegon University's international program gives a chance for students from all over the world to come here to get a better perspective of a different type of country. Many international students find that adjusting to a new style of living can be a little challenging, but once they get the hang of it, they find that America is interesting and fun. One of the hardest aspects of studying abroad for most international students in America is the food. While these students may find it hard to adjust at first, they quickly pick up on the culture and find that their time in America is an overall enjoyable experience.
Two meta alerts went out on November 2nd by Danny Vincent, chief of University Police, after an unknown 6-foot-tall black male with short hair was seen on campus. A man fitting this description was on campus earlier this year stealing wallets and purses. This report and others have sparked interest in how to make Meta more useful. Vincent reports that there are guidelines that universities have for particular kinds of threats and the kind of language is used. Janet Heater-Bass, Vice President of Student Affairs, says Meta hasn't been re-evaluated lately, but Vincent, other staff members, and Heater-Bass herself now talks to form a student committee that would brainstorm possible Meta improvements, adding whether updates is an option, Heater-Bass mentioned. The unknown man on November 2nd is still unidentified, but if someone has information about him, report it to campus police.
Probably what's changed is we've become a little bit more aware of how to use it and how quickly we can get it out. This time there was a glitch in the timing of the 2 alerts, and we actually talked to Meta about that, and they recognized that they hadn't put through the second one because it goes through a centralized agency and organization.
Ohio Senate Bill 214, the piece of legislation that is intended to defund Planned Parenthood, has received some heated emotions and complaints. The bill, if passed, will defund services such as Healthy Moms, Healthy Babies, and the Violence Against Women Act, which are provided through Planned Parenthood. There are resources available to those who are involved in unplanned pregnancies. Christina Loomis, MD and OBGYN from Genesis Healthcare System in Zanesville, was part of the Pregnancy Rights and Resources panel held in the Chess Center Social Hall on November 4th. The panel, which included an attorney, doctor, and representatives from local resource agencies, answered questions from students about their options and what to expect during a pregnancy. With the right resources, there are larger groups of physicians that are committed to the care of a woman and her baby during a pregnancy.
First-year students at Muskingum University will be performing 30 plays in 60 minutes. The plays are from Too Much Light Makes the Baby Go Blind and will feature 30 plays over the course of an hour, with each play lasting 2 minutes each. The plays will be performed in a random order and will feature an interactive audience. Due to the plays being so short, not every member of the group is expected to participate. The plays will take place on November 19th and November 21st at 8 in the evening, and on November 22nd at 2 in the afternoon.
Coming up next, a dying man, his final wish fulfilled.
And Chipotle suffers from E. coli. All that and more after the break.
We have the music. We have the cameras. We have the talent. Orbit Media, where the magic happens.
On the story. On the quad. On the scene. This is the Muskie Daily.
A terminally ill Star Wars fan who saw the new film early has ended his fight with cancer. Daniel Fleetwood was 32 years old. Just last week, he attended a special screening of Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. This after his wife and supporters asked Disney to help fulfill Daniel's dying wish. Even Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill, joined the Force for Daniel cause. Early this morning, Daniel's wife Ashley posted this message on her Facebook page. Daniel put up an amazing fight to the very end. He is now one with God and with the Force.
Chipotle restaurants in Washington state closed in the wake of an E. coli outbreak could reopen as early as Wednesday. This after health officials said samples tested negative for E. coli. An outbreak has sickened dozens in Washington state and Oregon. Here's more from CNN.
State health officials told us they tested thousands of samples after an outbreak of E. coli linked to Chipotle sickened 43 people in the Northwest.
Of all those initial lab tests that we sent in from multiple counties in Washington state, all those samples came back negative for E. coli.
Health officials suspect the produce to blame, but said further testing shows the offending product is no longer in the supply chain.
Chipotle has done quite a bit of testing. They talked to us today about 900 samples they had done in their stores that were all negative.
The news means dozens of Chipotle locations could reopen by Wednesday at the earliest, but the state has set forth strict requirements, several of which the chain has already started. Chipotle must get rid of and replace all food, deep clean all stores, pass a local health inspection, and start a new protocol for cleaning produce. The company released a statement today saying, "We offer our deepest sympathies to those who have been affected by the situation and will continue to cooperate with health authorities as they look to conclude the investigation." Customers we talked to are waiting for more information.
Chipotle was one of my favorite restaurants, and I'm sure it will be a few months down the road again, but for now, I'm a little hesitant.
That is all for your national news.
When we come back, I will have your weather update and Muskie Sports.
This is Will Mullins, and I want to encourage you to watch Chapel on Orbit TV Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Thanks.
Find out what decisions are being made at Student Senate that could affect your campus organization by tuning into Orbit TV on Tuesdays at 11 in the evening, and again on Wednesday through Sunday at 10 in the morning and 6 and 11 in the evening.
Tonight, you'll need a jacket with the low being around 39 and partly cloudy. For Veterans Day, enjoy the mostly sunny day with friends and family, a high near 59. And for Wednesday night, there will be a late showers around 3 in the morning. New precipitation could reach between a tenth and a quarter inch with a low temperature of 48. South winds and gusts reaching as high as 24 miles per hour is expected. Now for your extended forecast after the weather, stay tuned for your Muskie Sports Update. The Muskingum football team lost to Marietta 49-28 on November 7th away. Marietta had a total of 222 passing yards compared to Muskingum's 122 yards. Muskingum fell short of Marietta by rushing 192 yards, and Marietta reeled in a total of 214 yards. Muskingum's last game of the season will be this Saturday, November 14th, against Wilmington. Muskingum's volleyball Taylor Fatherly and Taylor Matthews were named All-OAC this year. Fatherly was named second team All-Ohio Athletic Conference. She dominated the volleyball court with 349 kills and 88 blocks. She also got a career high of 19 kills against Mount Union. Matthews was named Honorable Mention All-OAC with her total of 1,033 assists. Through the course of the year, she got 386 digs and 50 kills. Her record total, 1,582 assists, ranked 6th in the record books at Muskingum. When we get back, we'll have information about upcoming events and make sure to protect your balls on November 13th.
We have the music. We have the cameras. We have the talent. Orbit Media, where the magic happens.
On the story. On the quad. On the scene. This is the Muskie Daily.
This is Will Mullins, and I want to encourage you to watch Chapel on Orbit TV Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Thanks.
Find out what decisions are being made at Student Senate that could affect your campus organization by tuning into Orbit TV on Tuesdays at 11 in the evening, and again on Wednesday through Sunday at 10 in the morning and 6 and 11 in the evening.
Veterans Day is tomorrow. The Student Senate Veterans Organization will be having cake in the BOC from 11 till 2 tomorrow to celebrate. You can show your gratitude and support to our veterans that have served our country over the years.
We're getting a look from space at Tropical Storm Kate. This weather satellite captured the development and movement of Kate over the last 3 days. You can see the familiar swirling storm shape building on the lower right. Kate formed near the central Bahamas on Monday. It currently has a maximum sustained winds of 60 miles an hour. But Kate is now moving away from the Bahamas and is not expected to be a threat to the U.S. mainland.
The Muskingham Association of Students Black Student Union is looking for the best tailgating cooks. If you think you got what it takes to take home the bragging rights to compete in the cook-off, then sign up through OrgSync by Wednesday, November 11th by 5. All faculty, staff, and students are welcome to compete. The winner will be awarded a Muskingham sweatshirt from the University Bookstore. The sizzling begins November 14th at noon on the East Lawn.
The International Dinner is coming up. This event takes place on Friday, November 20th at 6 in the evening at John Glenn Gym. To go to this event, you need to order by Friday, November 13th in the Student Life office. Ticket prices are $10 for adults, $5 for kids. The talent show will run concurrent to the program.
The Creative Writing Club is hosting a spooky bonfire this week. You can also keep up to date by checking on orbitmediaonline.com or tuning in to WMCO 90.7 and checking out the Black and Magenta. Have a good night, New Concord.